Hi, this is McJty for my next episode of my Let's Play. And let's first turn down the noises. It's already pretty low, but these zombie pigmen are making a lot of sound. So I finished my program for my memory game, and I will show you in a moment. But first I want to show you this. This is a place in the nether that I'm mining away with my quarry. It gets power from here, and it gets power from my main base. I make sure that it never picks more than 10% power out of the base using the power relay, so that my base itself never runs out of power. But it goes extremely slow, and the reason is that I simply don't have enough power to drive this beast. It really needs a lot. So what I want to work on in this episode is deep resonance. Finally, I'm going to use what I made that tower for, but let me first show you here what I'm actually trying to quarry. A lot of lava coming down there. So all the way to bedrock. So it's a big area. Still have a lot to do before I'm ready. So let's first show you the program with RFTools Control. It works. It's not completely finished, but for now it will do. I need to make the error when you do things right, so I need to add some sound or other things. I haven't decided yet what exactly I plan to do there. First, loading the world leg. Yes, we're there. Okay. And then to the tower. Okay. So this is in the tower. I haven't shown you this yet. It's the main. Here I want to have kind of control room and a bit of technological, but I thought to make a small green area here with a nice view. So that's a thing that I'm making. And now let's go to games. I plan more games, of course, in the future. So I need to clean this up a bit. It looks prettier, but it works, so let's try it. New game. Initializing. And game loop. Okay. That was 3. 3, 1. So I now have to remember the sequence. 3, 1, 4. You see here that it all keeps the turn. 3, 1. So here in the back you see the chest. So this is the memory. You can go and peek here if you want, but that's a bit cheating. So as soon as you do something wrong, oh, that was not wrong, I've accidentally pressed the right one, you get error and the game ends. So eventually I ended up needing 2 cards. So this is the main one. That's new game signal. It initializes everything. And the first thing it does after it's done initializing, dus initializing means that it clears that chest, puts everything back, and then it sends a next signal, that's this one. Make sure that one extra random block is picked in the memory, and then it does the loop. The loop is the thing that plays everything that's in the memory chest. It's this one. So that's also a pretty big program. So this loops for as many times as there are items in the memory chest, and it turns on the right light. And at the end, when the loop is done, it says turn. It indicates that it's time to do for the user to input something. And then there are 4 buttons, the 4 input signals here, and for every one of them it compares. If this is button 0, 1, 2, 3, this is compared with 0, 1, 2, 3 out of the memory. So it fetches the current item out of the memory buffer, and if it is the right number, then it will flash the light and it will go to game loop. If it's the wrong number, it goes to error, and this is the error handling. And game loop is this one. It waits a bit and it goes to the next turn, so next, and again the loop. So these programs work together on the same CPU. So onto deep resonance now. So where I want to put deep resonance is here. I already made the platform. I'm not sure exactly how I want this to look, but I'm thinking a bit more technological, but in a more industrial way. So okay, so I will first make a normal generator, and I will use the natural crystals that I found to start with, so that I have something at least. So I made all the things here. So I will set it up, and then will be back. This is a primitive setup to start with. So this is the pedestal just for the spent crystals, and here are all the natural crystals that are found. They will be automatically inserted as soon as this one breaks. And Dutch generator, so with an on-off switch. So that's to start with. Okay, so 89 RF per tick, and it's inputting into this. So I let this run, and all the crystals will be used up, and then I can use the spent crystals to make to use the laser. So for that, to do that, see how far the radiation goes. It's okay here. So I have another floor processing, and this is where I want to set up the machines for doing the liquid processing with the laser and so on. It's of course way too big, but that's okay. I have room here, so it's all fine. And in control, as I said before, I want to make some office-like things with screens and so on, where everything can be monitored. So now that the generator is running, I will start to work on the processing machines that go on this floor. So I will be back. I'm working on the deep resonance liquid handling, and I'm going to do it with RFTools Control this time. So I made a little program. It's just to get liquid in tank. If it's greater than 7500, then redstone goes to 0, otherwise redstone goes to 15. And so that way this tank always is half full. I also plan to use the same program. That was from an earlier test. I also plan to use the same program to the same card to control how the lasers here. So I will work on that. So it's already purifying, and I will also now add a laser. What I would want to do is to monitor the quality of the liquid, because in Deep Resonance I added opcodes for that, so I can use these and stop lasering as soon as the liquid is good enough. So now that I can use RFTools Control to do precise input of the material for the laser, I can actually go pretty efficient here. So the purifier here brings the liquid to purity 85% almost, and strength 10 and efficiency 10. So what I can do is first, for as long as strength below 50 and while purity remains above 0, otherwise the liquid is lost, I can insert glowstone. As soon as strength is above 50 but below 60, I can use redstone. And then for the final 10%, because I don't have enough for higher, I think, I can use glowstone. And then I can, if purity is above 85%, which is the maximum the purifier can do, I can use emerald for the rim to make it even more pure. But I'm thinking, do I have enough gas tiers? I have 11. I think gas tiers would fit. Yes, these could do the remaining 30% after. So perhaps I will use this sequence to use the least amount of materials to get liquid to very good quality. So I will try to set something up using this. I will make a program for that. So I'm working on automating crystal making. Yeah, so this is lava. I don't think I have anything in this pack to make a pump from the nether to here. Not sure, I'll have to see about that, but for now I just filled some lava here. Then I made one program, a simple program. Let's show it. Not this one. So a simple program, every 10 ticks it tests how much liquid is in the tank below the smelter, because it has to be about 50%. If it's greater than 7500, then it will set redstone to 0, otherwise redstone to 15. And so that's this program. So that controls this conduit with the redstone that goes from the back to here, above and there. Okay. So that's one program. Also, this processor is set to exclusive mode. That means that programs, this core will execute programs on this card, and this core will execute program on this card, which I'm still currently working on. This card is, I don't know why this doesn't always work. That's strange. I have to check that. Now it works. So this program tries to find, it controls the laser and tries to make this liquid optimal. Also there's a purifier here, which is also working. So what it does, it compares the amount of liquid in the tank, and if it's 6000 it will process, otherwise it will turn off the laser. 6000 is exactly the right amount for a crystal, so we wait until the tank is full, completely full. Then we test purity, and if it's below 50, that means we don't do anything. We don't inject any material in the laser. Oh, I see a witch. I need a witch to drive this, so let me first try to see if I can... I want to make a witch spawner. So, and witches are pretty rare. There she is. So let's see. Okay. So I have a syringe for witch now, which is ideal for making a spawner. Because witches drop glowstone and sugar, and also gunpowder and redstone, and these ingredients are needed exactly for what I'm doing right now. So what this program does then, if it's if the purity is bigger than 50, if it's lower than 50, then the laser will not do anything, and it will just let the purifier work, which works constantly until it's again above 50. And if it's above 50, then it will read the strength of the liquid, and if it's below 49, it will inject glowstone, because glowstone can increase strength up to 50. If it's below 59, it will inject redstone. If it's below 69, it will inject gunpowder. And by the way, it always injects 2 at a time, and this this event is set to 80 ticks, because one catalyst needs 40 ticks for the laser. So this is for every 2 catalysts. This is repeated. And finally, if it's greater than 99, then we go this way. Otherwise, we inject gas tiers. So this sequence here will bring the liquid to 99, 100 about, and then it will test purity again. If it's greater than 83, if it's smaller than 83, then we just let the purifier do its job. Otherwise, we test if it's smaller than 99, and if so, we fetch emeralds. Here we could also use ender pearls, but I have a lot of emeralds at this point, and we inject those. These increase purity. So this process, which is currently not running, because the problem is I don't have all the materials yet, so that's why the witch spawner is important. And I also prepared 2 other syringes, one for villagers, so I get emeralds, and one for ghasts, for the ghast tiers. So this should then produce a very good crystal, I hope. I also will make a program to autocraft filters when needed, so that the filter can stay operational at all times. And in the end, when everything is ready, I will make it so that you can remotely control this computer, this processor, to start producing a new crystal. So that means inject 30 ores here and do the entire setup run by this processor. Okay, so I will continue working on this. I also have to think where I want to set up these spawners for the witch, so I'll be back. And I got the liquid to 99.8% purity, 99.2% strength, and 55% efficiency, which is good enough for me. That just means that the RF particle will be a bit lower, but that's no problem. the crystal will last longer that way. And the crystal is now forming. You can see it here, little animation. It's at 20%. So the program works. I just have to take care that this is always filled, and I also have to make the program to craft this one still. And then the most important thing, I will have to set up auto spawners so that all the materials are auto generated. So I still need to capture a ghast for that, because ghast tears are very effective here, because they do a lot of work with very little of this one, and this is a precious resource. Okay, so see how far away is it? 38. Okay, I will be back when it's ready, and then we can see how much power we get out of it. So there it is, and let's go try it out. First, generated crystal. So I put another one here. So okay, this one is still doing its thing, and there's nothing there, so let's just put that one in there and remove this one. So 11,000 RF per tick. Okay, and this is going up quickly. I have no, it will not automatically shut down yet, so I still have to do that part. So I will now turn the generator off as soon as power is big enough. So, but that will be for next turn to automate this one. I also have to check how much radiation I'm getting. I see I have some effects. I think I put it in here. Yeah, okay, I see. Let's see how far it goes. Okay, so pretty big range. Luckily all the stuff above is very far away, so this is something. Let's check it out. Okay, but it seems stable here, so it will not go above 17,000, which is a safe number. That's perfectly fine. This should also allow the quarry to go a lot faster now. So let's, for now, turn this off. And let's go to the nether to see how our quarry is doing. Okay, it's draining quickly. Quickly go there, see the effects. So where is it at? Oh yes, it's working. Okay, that's a lot faster now. Of course it will stop as soon as the power generated has depleted again. So we have to automate the turning on and off of the crystal as needed. But for now this seems to be pretty good. Of course it's voiding all this one. Nice. let's check the power. If we can cope now. We also still need to capture a ghast. Ah, I hear a ghast. I don't see it on the map. Probably at another height. Still, I would like to have the ghast, so let's try to see if I can capture him. If I can find him. Maybe he's around the corner there somewhere. Oh, too close to the fire. Where are the ghasts when you need them? Okay, I will be back. So I wasn't able to find the ghast, will be for another time, but I will put this one here, so that gives me plenty to produce another liquid there. Which I will not do yet because I first want to set up the auto spawners. In the meantime, power has been depleted. Oh, yeah, just that. Since I can fly, it doesn't matter anyway. So let's fill it up a bit, and next episode I will automate this. This one is nearly empty. So things went well, and I like it that RFTools Control is very suitable for automating with deep resonance. It gives lots of options, and I'm looking forward to making automating it fully. That means that creating crystals on demand and so on. So should be pretty good. And once I have sufficient power, the quarry can run at full speed all the time, and at some point I want to start making RFTools Dimensions. But now it's wrapping up time, so I will be back next time. Leave a like, subscribe if you want, it helps me out a bit. Also, you can leave comments and I will try to answer them if possible. So, see you next time. Bye bye.